Hello, Ronnie. Hi. Just so I don't forget me in the next part of this book I'm writing. Is it a book? Not quite sure what it is. It's hard to exactly tell you what it is because it ain't very much. Because it's so much in my heart. So much in my heart. But right now, my biggest dilemma right now, is the lady that owes me a few bucks next door. How do I retaliate? Do I retaliate? What do I do? My ego is hurt. It's like stealing, cheating, lying. And they live next door to me for 8 years. What do I do? What do I do? I figured really and truthfully, there's two things for me to do. Silently, somehow, oops, I forgot you owe me $100. I mean, it's not 100, but I'm just talking. And we'd be in front of another crowd, or, oops, you give me a few bucks now, I stay quiet. So then he might retaliate with something back. What the best thing actually to do to somebody, okay, whether it works or it doesn't work, is you tell them like this. Up until the time that you take to pay me back, every bad luck you will ever have for the rest of your life, it's all because of me. So I know every time I see him mad or upset, it's going to always be because of me. And I haven't done anything at all but told him what I thought. Now that will hurt his ego. And if it doesn't, well, it was a good shot in the dark to take the chance that I did. But my biggest thought right now is, like, I'm only really painting orange and black, and it looks like rust, like the penny, like the rust penny. So I'm looking up there and I'm going like, what do I want that to look like when I'm sitting down here? So I'm looking at it because I'll show you what it is. I figure I'd ask somebody. Now I don't know if you can actually see that, but there's a part. There's a part right there. The thumb is right here. It looks like I cut into the thumb, and I show you the moving parts inside the thumb. You see the mountain up there? Now, I'm not sure if I should make it 3D. I'm not crazy about how thick the big black lines are, so I can turn it all orange and then turn it black again. But that takes like 6 hours to do. Or I can just make it look like the one in the corner. A choo-choo train, a choo-choo train. Look at all the choo-choo trains all over the place. Looks like Monopoly's in my sky. You see, when I start to paint like this, you see, for me, it's a signal from above, because every time for the last 8 years, every time I made a change, I always noticed it. At the beginning, I always noticed it too late, okay? And I was like, there's a choo-choo train in the sky. Well, that image that I just showed you is a Tyrannosaurus. At the same time, it's 5 birds in one with a fox. At the same time, there's a bridge. At the end of the bridge, it's for a train. There ain't no end. It goes straight down. You know where the bridge goes this way and this way? Well, that's one of the letters you don't see. Hey, how did that letter get designed? Well, the train was going this way on the tracks that went that way. Very good. And if you look below, holding up the trains were 2 arms, one here and one here. The train was on top. That's the Pi Express. But what happens if the tracks just go off? You would have a train doing this. Your train would look like more like the letter R. So I'm having a dilemma. Oh, unless I put an eye over there and make her a fur coat that looks like a fox, but I'm still not sure. I don't have much weed left, and I haven't smoked a cigarette. It's got to be next to a month. I said next to a month. It means touching. Where do I go next? We have the orange ball, which is a 5-ball in pool, but the stripe orange is 13. Joe Biden, Bin Laden, Biden, or there's a place in Las Vegas, and it's called Joe Biden's whatever, or whatever, some kind of casino. 2 letters R's, Two R's together make a bridge, okay? Or a road. If you turn it the other way, see how long it makes the road? Vroom. You can also design a car. So why am I on here with a silly video? Because I'm a silly guy. That's why. And now I'm not silly. Now I'm just stupid. But you'll find anything, but you want to make sure that I'm not anything at all. That's good. That's your job. That's your job in life, to make sure the other guy becomes nothing. Turns into nothing. Well, if you're turning into something, you become something, nothing of the sort anybody has a choice for. For me or for you. Where am I next with this? I want to be a little city because I'm a little stoned, and I couldn't stand just sitting here and looking at my ceiling, all the choo-choo trains, and I'm going, oh my God, take a picture, now it's a choo-choo train. Take a picture, now it's Tyrannosaurus. Oh no, I see another design, take a picture. Oh, and now I'm thinking, bipolar change, the Pope is out. When I became bipolar for the first time, the first things I started to notice when I became fast was signs and numbers. And everything became bigger and larger than life. And one of the biggest things that I saw, which terrorized me at the beginning, was Pope Paul Benoit Ratzinger. Now he's coming down. When Ratzinger got in, I went in. Now Ratzinger's taken himself down. Are they going to take me down? Do I become part of the secondary life of the Pope? Not just me, but a whole gang of us. All those born around a certain time become, let's say this is a robotic DNA switchable world. So all those who came in during those robotic times, we're all going to feel something right now. It could have been in a period of 200 years. It could be you, and you, and you, or it could be you, you, and you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So then if nothing happens to me, but something is happening to me, but you can't know it. I sense it. I just noticed it. Oh my God, I just want to paint and design and paint and design. And I'm not really doing 100,000 videos. So it seems like I quieten down. Although I'm a little eradicated inside this video, staring at my wall, trying to tell you a story, not wanting you to leave because the average time of view is not more than 2.5 to 3 minutes, although sometimes it gets as high as a 6-minute average. But that's a rarity, and probably just all pictures of bones or something. You do know bones is one, right? In this world, it's bones. B for the two worlds, O-N-E-S, ones, all singular bones. There are two at the edge and one. It's 2 and 1 a bone. You got two balls to the one center, to the two balls to connect the bone, or at each end of the bone, you got two balls at each end. Then you got to watch some of the movies with bones in it. I'm not sure where to go next. I know it's something about horseshoes. I know it's something about the letter R. I know, in fact, do you know what I want to do? Just changing the subject. I want to go get all new furniture for my house, but it's got to be all made out of wood, and I have to be able to paint it. And I want it to be countertops. And when I'm finished with them, they're going to take them apart like a puzzle and put them back like a puzzle, the way I painted them. Now, where am I with this? Where am I going? Just the way I started. Nowhere. Am I aware of where I'm going and I'm doing what I'm doing? I say yes. They might say no. When they choose that it's not well, it's under their conditions that in the dictionary they once wrote under 100,000 different people. What do you mean 100,000? They wrote one book, gave it to all the people in Germany, who gave it all the people in the U.S. and Canada, and took that one book and made 100 books out of that book. But the whole binary of the whole thing was from that one book of psychology. Now, everybody who talks like me, because of that one book, that's highly chosen. 3 out of 4 doctors have chosen this book. Like, hello. If no one knows from the Hebrew calendar of 5,700 years how to die, go out of life, and come back into life, you don't know. You think you know. But until you bring back one to life that has died for hours, not for seconds, where its own microorganisms could come back and bring itself to life. I can tell when my cat goes to the washroom, I can hear scritch scratch on the litter box. Pretty good sign, what do you think? See the arrow in the back over here? It's not an arrow. What you see makes it look like an arrow, but it's not even close to an arrow in the background. Do you want to see what it actually is? That's it. It doesn't even look up, but when you put it into position, and you got your arrow. Okay, so where are we? We're into 10 minutes. What else? What other Irish type? Yes, the Obama, the 43rd face of presidency. Barack Obama, the 43rd face of presidency. As John F. Kennedy was the 34th, the 34, 43, as 13 from 31, which is the reverse of 13, 31, is Herbert Hoover, plus 13 is 44 of who they say is Barack Obama, in which the 44th term, regardless of the number of presidents, was John F. Kennedy. From where in the 13th term of the presidency, the actual really 13th term of presidency, is Millard Fillmore. He was a Whig. Did you know that George Washington, did you know that Thomas Jefferson are the first and third presidents, 1 and 3, skipping right over John Adams? Okay? I'm not going to get into what these presidents are. Then we skip over to James Monroe. Now, there's two ways to look at this. It's 5, 6, or 7. I don't know what they're choosing in here. I don't know what they're playing. If it's number 7, they play with 13, 6, 1, and 6. So that means Andrew Jackson would make the changeover. Okay? But Andrew Jackson is not one of the 4 stones that is on the wall. One of the stones is Abraham Lincoln. And one of the stones is President number 26, who is actually President number 24, Theodore Roosevelt. These names, if I go into my book, I have to find where it is in my book. These names, let me see it. Okay, let me get off that subject for a second. Let me just say this first. Okay, Adam, a dame, and Eve. Okay, it was the eve of the night. Which street was it on? A dame or Eve? Adam, Ev. There's something more into Adam and Eve as 2 words together. Adam and Eve, the forbidden fruit. You got to take this and play with this. Now I didn't do the presidency. So let me get back to the 4 boulders on the hill. One was George Washington. One of them was Thomas Jefferson. One of them was Theodore Roosevelt. One of them was Abraham Lincoln. George Washington 1, Thomas Jefferson 3, 13 and 13, 26, Theodore Roosevelt. 13 plus 3 is 6, 13 plus 3 is 16, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, A and L. 12 plus 1 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. Theodore Roosevelt, okay, 26, 2 and 6 is 8. Abraham Lincoln, 1 and 6 is 7. Theodore Roosevelt and Abraham Lincoln were the pieces that had to come together to lock up that part of creation. Then Theodore Roosevelt, okay, it says his number is 38, the letter T and the letter R. Okay, 20 plus 18 is 38. 3 plus 8 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. He took care of connecting the 3 parts. I don't know what it is. I can't get into it right now. I didn't come here to do this. All I know is the actual numbers. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, okay, come out to a total of 33. 8, 9, 10, 11, 33. The total of the single digits comes out to 2, 3, 4, 3. The total of the 2 of them, 24 and 33, is 57. And that's the exact total of what it has to be. The egg point, the George. I can't even explain this properly. The money, how our money is made, the word Thailand. I'm just all over the place in this video. Isn't that insane? The Hail Mary passes in football, what do they mean? The alphabet in multiple letters. When they say, is there a Middle Earth? And you know what I'm starting to think? Is that part of the Middle Earth? We're walking on it. Marvin Gardens, Mary Magdalene, Pope Ratzinger, Time for a Change, ABC. Then the Sunday with a U, Tuesday with a U, okay? Thursday, Saturday, Pluto, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, and all the planets with a U, they all come together to create something, okay? The days in the week end up saying basically, for me, it's Therese. Okay, now is that Therese the name? Or is it Therese the children? Or the sheep or the flock? So I'm just jumping all over the place right now. The wolf, the rabbit, the bear, the pig, the fox, the girl, our astrological system, who does what, where. I know I'm all over the place. I don't know where to go to from here because I just have to get out a video every single day. The Pope has resigned. Oh my God, this is so crazy because, I mean, first you have to understand this. Take 1 million people and give them 5 choices. 20% will be like me if they knew this was happening. Of what I believe. I just believe that this whole imaginary thing that really is just an illusion in everybody's life that is so huge in mine. And I always like to go against the odds because then if I'm right, they go, hey, he was right. But it's just insanity. I don't even know what to say. Other than, like, what color do I paint on the ceiling, of course, because that's more important than anything right now. What I say might happen. Like, what's the difference? I keep getting into that same scenario. I don't like it. I know the football had something big to do with it, and I'm not studying because I catch there's like 100 things different to study at the same time, and while you're studying one thing, something else pops up, and then you're studying 200 and 400. So you don't start at all, so you start real slow, and then you think you're not doing enough. So you got to wishy-washy that whole thing away. And think. Then ask myself, what am I thinking about that lady who owes me the money? She owes me the money. How stupid could I be? I knew it was going to happen. Why did I do it? Insanity. Don't have much weed, not smoking any cigarettes. And they say it's good. The psychiatrists say it's good. Don't quit smoking while you're... And I said to myself, you know what? I said, if I can believe that the cigarette is helping me, I can believe also the cigarette is not helping me. I can believe that it's all in my mind. And, well, it is, but time, the cigarette is time. It's all I think about time. We're programmed to do something. It's in our genes. It's in our genitals, too. It's about time. You've been coming over. Right. Okay, so, wow. I wish I had another color for my ceiling. Oh, somebody's sending me a message while I'm doing a video. I'll have to go. What else did I want to say? Don't know. Yeah, anyway, so whatever. Something's coming done, something really weird, and I wish somehow I can help the world to be part of whatever it is, and I don't wish it against anybody, and I don't even know what it is. Could be another storm. Could be winter all over the world or something. Could be as cold. Maybe winter will last right through summertime. And where it's winter now, well, let it be a little less winter. I don't know. Raphael 7286 on the constellation of Pegasus. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Why are you watching my videos and checking out what I have to say because I think? something is going on. So there's a million and trillion people think that something's going on. Alfred Weber thinks there's something going on. Don Adams thinks there's something going on. What about that radio station? I forgot its name. Thinks there's something going on. And a whole lot of other people think there's something going on. But I wonder if anybody really knows what the truth is about whatever's going on, of why it's going on at all, and where this planet is, and where we live, why we have gravity, and how we got here. Raphael 7286. Thank you for watching. And why did you watch this video? Well, give me an answer. I ain't closed now. Why'd you watch a sucky video? Because it's in the Stargate system up in the sky. You know, Kevin Garnett, his color, his number, Captain Kirk, star system up there, all our documents. What do you think Star Trek was all about? They're flying around in space, making sure that your story is protected up there. Now, don't forget that. Thank you, James.